The question of every year's question with regards to the beginning of the Imsak and the beginning of Iftar. Imsak literally means to withhold from eating and drinking and to start the fasting. The calendar, which is widespread all over the West, normally it is 5 prayers, 5 times. Except in Ramadan, it becomes 6. So the 5 times referring to the 5 daily prayers. In Ramadan, it becomes 6 due to adding what is known as Imsak, which is normally, if you have a calendar, you will see 15 minutes prior to Fajr time. So Imsak, people will take it as I should stop eating and drinking at this time. This is not true. Because the ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah the Almighty says, وَكُلُوا وَاشْرَبُوا حَتَّى يَتَبَيَّنَ لَكُمُ الْخَيْطُ الْأَبْيَضُ مِنَ الْخَيْطِ الْأَسْوَدِ مِنَ الْفَجْرِ. We don't have to make any effort to go out to detect the black thread from the white thread and whether it is already dawn or not. We're not going to do that. We're not living in the desert. We're not Bedouins. We're not clever at that. Everyone have a smart device, have a digital clock, have an online calendar, an online adhan. If you're living in the West, if you're not nearby a masjid, so the adhan will go off and you know that it is time. This is when you stop eating and drinking. Anything before that is permissible, as long as you are certain that this is the accurate schedule and prayer table. If you are living in a country, Muslim countries, nearby a masjid, and you hear the adhan, once you hear the adhan, you stop eating and drinking. Anything before that, it's optional. If you don't want to eat, you don't eat. But imsak, to say 15 minutes before the adhan, that is not permissible. You can eat, you can drink, you can enjoy your intimate relationship with your spouse حتى يتبين لكم الخيط الأبيض من الخيط الأسود من الفجر. And the sunnah is to delay the suhoor. To delay the suhoor or sahur, because it is the meal that is taken during the time of sahar. At the time of the Prophet ﷺ, Fajr prayer had 2 adhans. The actual adhan, which used to be called by Abdullah ibn Maktoum. Abdullah ibn Maktoum was the blind companion, the companion who is referred to in Surah Abasa. 15 minutes before that, or about 15 minutes to 20 minutes, there was another adhan, earlier adhan. This adhan does not specify it is Fajr time or it is Imsak time. So you cannot even pray the Sunnah before Fajr after the first adhan. This adhan is mere alert. Get ready. Fajr will be in a few minutes. So if somebody is fasting during Ramadan, or voluntary fasting, or if somebody praying tahajjud, will conclude, because the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said in the hadith, Salatul Layli Mathna Mathna. The night prayer is 2 by 2. فَإِذَا خِفْتَ, and if you fear that it will be dawn and adhan will be called, then أَوْتِرْ وَلَوْ بِوَاحِدَةٍ. Pray witr, even if it is just one single rak'ah. So the first adhan, normally like in Al-Masjid Al-Haram, in Al-Masjid Al-Nabawi, they still maintain the same tradition. 20 minutes before the actual adhan of Fajr, there is an adhan in which you don't hear As-salatu khayrun min al-nawm. You hear the full adhan. This adhan does not legitimize anything, does not forbid anything. Eat and drink and everything. We are praying in the haram, and when we hear the first adhan, we get ready. Conclude your tahajjud. Pray witr now. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, brothers and sisters, while we're drawing the end of today's episode, I would like to remind you once again. In the beginning, I spoke about the timing. Number 187. وكلوا واشربوا حتى يتبين لكم الخيط الأبيض من الخيط الأسود من الفجر. When to start withholding from eating, drinking, and having an intimate relationship. Once you hear the adhan, you stop. Okay? Anything before that, even if the calendar says imsak, anything before that you're allowed to eat and drink. Hatta in the Arabic language is غائية, until. Once you hear the adhan, once your alarm clock goes off, once it is time on your phone, in your app, then you stop eating, you stop drinking, you stop having an intimate relationship, and you begin fasting. Normally we don't go out to see the weather, to see the clouds, to see the darkness of the light and the brightness of the day. With regards to Maghrib, it's easy, sunset. Those who are on the ground floor and they see the sun already set, break your fast. Some people within the same town, people in Burj Khalifa Tower, in the 100th floor, they still see the sun. You cannot break your fast until you see sunset. To be continued.